Welcome everyone. How are you doing on this Monday? How is the bosses doing? Everyone working from home? Hi, I'm Tiffany F. Young, your Tech Lux consultant. I am here to customize a toolkit for you to be creative and innovate so you can have an amazing online experience and level up your presence online. So before I go any further, I'm so excited for today's show because I have a special guest, a sister of mine, Rhonda FRANKS. But before we go any further, I just want to quickly share on Facebook. We are also streaming live on Periscope and YouTube. Let me just take a second and share on my Facebook page to welcome some people in. See. Put some people's names in the comments. Let's take a moment and put their names in the comments. You guys are in for a treat tonight. It's going to be really, really fun and cool and dope. I promise you. You're going to love Rhonda. She's with some people. And creatives. There's a few people I'm sharing with, and I'll get started. They join. All right. So let's get started. Hi, Apostle. Hi, Ma. My Apostle is on. Hi, everybody. Good night. So yes, I want to get started with the bio. I would love to read to you the bio of Rhonda FRANKS, who is. So let me go into her bio. Rhonda Michelle is the owner, lead designer, and head buyer of Michelle Divine Boutique. Michelle Divine Boutique LLC. Michelle Divine is an emerging luxury lifestyle brand leading in fashion. She is a single mom, working a full-time job and starting from the ground up. Things have been still a challenge for her while building from the ground up and building her career. In 2019, she launched her business and opened her online boutique, Michelle Divine Boutique. Although small, Michelle Divine is growing, and they are telling twofold fashion stories, one garment at a time. So ladies and gentlemen, no further ado, let's cheer for Rhonda FRANKS.
Hi, everyone.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here. I just got off of work not too long ago, just to get here, and then I have a whole bunch of other work to do later.
I know. How's my nephew doing? How's he doing? How's he doing?
Junior he's getting big, man. You have to see him.
I
He's
know.
literally like right up here to me.
I
And
know.
Junior is a creative in himself. He has
Right.
his own
Thing
thing
going
going.
on. He's into photography and acting. I saw his Instagram
Yes,
page.
yes, yes, yes. So trying to do a 9 to 5, build Michelle Divine, and then now trying to help him hone his skill and break into his own thing. It's a full-time situation.
I'm sure it is. So I'm just first off, I just want to thank you again for being on the series, being on the show. I am humbly grateful. You know how much I love you, how much I love your designs, your business, your boutique.
Thank
I was
you.
there for the first capsule. I was just like, yay, she released it. And then you took your break, you took your very much needed hiatus. Even share a little bit about that. What made you decide to take that break and then come back now?
Well, I had so much going on in terms of my hiatus. Not too many people know. Afterwards, I left my job at H&M.
Mm-hmm.
So it just was not panning out. I was very undervalued, so I ended up leaving. I didn't really have a plan as to what I was going to do, so I had
Mm-hmm.
to pull some type of get together. Eventually God blessed me with a new job where I am now, so it
Mm-hmm.
allowed me more time because now I
Mm-hmm.
work around the 9 to 5. I'm off weekends, so I'm like, all right, Lord, maybe you doing this so I can get myself together and get things in motion. Because if
Mm-hmm.
anybody has worked retail, quality of life is not easy. And doing Michelle Devine, even the capsule collection,
Mm-hmm.
everything came out of my pocket. So as a single
Mm-hmm.
mother working a retail job, you could imagine the financial strain that it had on me. And when I say I was tired, I was
Mm-hmm.
pooped. So it's like, at a point, I felt like I had to choose between working for another brand for almost the rest of my life and not
Mm-hmm.
really getting where I want to be, or am I really going to take the leap and really do what I want to do for Michelle Devine? And that way my son can see, hey, you may not have everything given to you, but you can do it. You can make it work. So I just took that route.
Right. And I'm so glad you did. So before I get even deeper into the interview, I wanted you to explain to the people what is a capsule.
A capsule collection is usually it's a collection of anywhere to 5 to 10 pieces. It's like a short preview of what the designer is going to offer.
Mm-hmm.
So with Michelle Devine Boutique, my first capsule collection was only 5 pieces. So it gave the people, my audience, an idea of what I was bringing to the table. A lot of it had transitional pieces in which I can, because I love a good timeless piece. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't get me wrong, trends are great. I love a good trend. Who doesn't, right?
Right.
But we should all love that piece where you can look back 10 years from 10 years now, and you're like, I still got that piece and it still looks good. You
Right.
understand? So that's
Mm-hmm.
what those are the pieces that I chose to show my audience for Michelle Devine. It was very rich,
Mm-hmm.
timeless, and till this day, like, I don't know if you remember that skirt, the Tory skirt. Everyone still goes crazy over that skirt.
Yes, that's a
I'm
classic
still
shirt
showing it
now.
now in the presentation that I have coming up. So
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about that piece that you have in the back. The gold, is that a gold dress or is it just a top?
This is the Rita metallic dress. This is it's an evening dress. It's
Mm-hmm.
right now it's everybody's going crazy because it's been shown on Imani Gooden. She's a singer
Mm-hmm.
and she looks amazing in it.
Amazing
And
dress.
we do
Yes.
have it available. It is only, I think, 4 pieces left. So if you want to get it, you got to get it. And it's on sale
Okay. Come
for the
on now.
holidays. It's perfect for the holidays.
Mm.
It's accordion pleats. It has a waist panel here. It zips in the back, invisible. So it's very comfortable in its line. So
Okay.
it's durable and it feels good.
Okay. That's
So
important for us ladies. We gotta feel good in our clothes.
I couldn't hear you say that again.
No, I said that's important that we women we feel good in our clothes.
You
Yes,
look good, you feel good. So
absolutely.
that's what the saying is, and it's true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the other, so let's get a little deeper. When did you first realize you wanted to pursue a career as a designer?
Um, oh my gosh. Hmm. I don't remember the exact age, but I think I was watching my aunt make her wedding gown.
Wow.
And I'm the youngest sister of all my sisters. So at that time I was the youngest, so of course I was deemed the flower girl. And my aunt, not only did she make her wedding gown, she made my flower girl dress. She made her stepdaughter's dress, and I just sat there and I watched my aunt literally ponder whatever she was thinking of designing. She sketched it out and she got right down to business. And just to
Mm,
see, like, I've always been a fan of art. I would, like, I in my bio, I did say in church I went to school. I went to church for fashion. Like,
right.
the faith came later. That was cool. But
Right.
all I know was pretty dresses, heels, the nines. That's what I went to church for. So then when I knew that my aunt was responsible for making so many pretty dresses come to life, I was like, okay, I want to do that. And slowly but
Mm,
surely, my aunt realized that I took a liking to it. So whenever she would go to the fabric store, she would bring me along. I would sit there and watch. And I was very meticulous when I was younger about what I would
mm,
wear. Very meticulous. And my aunt, she picked it up and she knew. She knew right away. I remember my first memory of sketching out designs, I would have
mhm.
to say I've had a sketchbook for since I was probably like in the seventh grade, like
Oh
really
wow.
knowing what I was doing.
Hmm.
Before then, I don't know if you know those little like paper models that they have back in the days. It's like a toy where you change the clothes, and
Aw.
those were all I had all the fashion toys. They were my absolute favorite.
Favorite.
But I didn't
Hmm.
really start sketching, like free sketching, until like maybe the seventh grade. And ever
Okay.
since then I've always had like a sketch pad. So I knew, I just didn't know how to kind of get in, get my foot in the door.
Okay. Okay. So if you could go back and tell yourself one thing before beginning your fashion career or launching your boutique, what would that be?
Hmm. Trust your creativity.
Oh wow. Go a little deeper. There's more to that. Go ahead.
um
You gotta go a little deeper here.
to create, when people think of create, you just think of artsy things. For me,
Hmm.
create means it's the beginning of life, right?
Mm, yeah.
So to be creative means you're a creator in the likeness. I don't want to take it there, but in the likeness of God, right?
Hmm.
So it's this is the gift that God has given to me, and a lot of
Hmm.
the times that, or whatever, whoever you believe in, whether it's
Hmm.
God, whoever the deity is, that is
Right.
the gift that is bestowed to me.
Hmm.
And for a long time, I questioned it because I was
Mm,
told either I'm too extra, or no, this doesn't work, or why no one is going to wear that, and you're from the hood. And a lot of
mhm.
the times even now, I still have to coach myself to say, you are worthy of the things that your gift allows, that your creativity allows.
Wow.
It's okay. So even now, the same things that I tell myself now, I would still tell that little girl, because she was too traumatized by the opinions of others to even get her toe in the water. Now I'm
Right.
a little bit more like, but I feel like I would be a lot more further in my journey
Mhm.
if, if I heard someone say, trust your gift, trust your creativity. That's your
Wow.
uniqueness. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, so
I didn't
now
want to go there. That was a little
no,
intense.
that's perfectly fine. Whatever you're comfortable with. This is a show of, about inspiration, motivation, and transparency. And, your faith has a lot to do with everything that we do. For me, that's everything. God is everything. So, it's all up to the guest speaker how deep they want to go. I leave it up to you. Um, but yeah, so with that being said, how is your circles now? Like, who is that person now when you have those low moments that's motivating you, that's saying keep going? You have something, you
So
have
I
that
have
gift of creativity.
for a long time, in my life, I've dealt with a lot of, we all have been there where we feel like we haven't been very supported and things like that. But in this
Mm-hmm.
stage of my life, I'm blessed to have a few good people that are just like, I have a sisterhood circle. My good friends, Imani, Jamila, and Priya, my blood sister, Latressa Monique, she's another business mogul taking over the beauty game. And when I tell you she pushes me, she does not take no for an answer. My friends believe in me beyond. They just don't believe that there's nothing. When it comes to aesthetics and beauty, they don't believe that there's nothing that I cannot do. Like, and I love that. My son, to him, he my son brags like nobody's business.
Aw.
Before we can go somewhere and someone could be like, I like your hair. Do you like her coat? That's her coat. This is Michelle Devine. My mom has her own business. That's Junior all day, every day, anywhere that I go.
You gotta love Junior.
And I will have to say my boyfriend.
Okay.
He balances me. He is even in his trial that he's going through now, he still finds a place to have that balance when I'm losing my complete mind. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. He'll let me have my moment,
Mm-hmm.
give me the tough love, and then it's just like, what's next? What are we doing? And
Mm-hmm.
he's super, super, super supportive and very hands-on. So
Okay.
yes. And
That's
you, girl, you
awesome.
are definitely a cheerleader.
Listen.
So with you guys, I'm blessed. I am
Yes.
blessed.
I mean, you are, it's hard to find people in that industry that's actually humble, on their grind focused, but really loving and caring and compassionate about the people, not just about making the dollar and the fashion and the trends. Like, you go beyond the average designers that I've come across in the industry. For those that know the things that I used to do back in the day with event management and all that other stuff.
Right.
But that's one of the things that drew me to you, is that, like, your passion, you're really cool. You really wanted to make that human connection beyond the cloth, beyond the
Yes,
design.
because
So that's so important. So
it's
that's why
very important.
I'm always going to cheer for you, always. And I
Oh,
really
thank
do.
you. Stop
I
it.
know you're going to go far as long as you stick to it and be consistent. I know, that time is coming for you. I know that.
Thank you so much. I
Yeah.
I I I appreciate these words.
Yeah, of course. It's all truth now. You listen. Okay. So the next question was, what was the biggest rookie mistake you made when you were just starting out? Like, what was like the big uh-oh, you know?
um so my first fashion show ever done event wise,
Mm-hmm.
um and it wasn't even me. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
presenting myself as a designer. I was still
Mm-hmm.
trying to navigate, and I felt like the best way for me to come into the scene as a designer was to be a service of other designers. So I was actually introducing myself as a stylist, being at others people's services. So
Okay.
I created an event, Fashion Frenzy, Divine Fashion Frenzy,
Okay.
and it gave platform to, I think it was like 3 other designers
Okay.
and indie artists to
Mhm.
just to perform, just a place for them to present their talents.
Right.
And when I tell you, I felt like I was in over my head because I planned, but I skipped so many major details.
Mm.
So now I think that was a rookie mistake, not planning all the way through. And
Okay.
then also not saying, I need help.
Yes. That's like the downfall of so many,
Yes, yes. Because you
Yes.
can't do it all. You can't. And
No.
then by the time the castle collection came, I was so happy that you guys helped me out because I'm like, okay, now I'm the designer and the stylist and the host. this has got to stop.
Right. Too much going on. Yes, we all need each other. You know, a lot of people
Yeah,
have this prideful way, you know, and it sometimes it's just like, oh, this is my baby. I don't want no one else to touch my baby. I get it, but it's like, okay, but when you go into, you know, just to make an analogy, when you go into the hospital, there's several people helping to deliver that baby, right? So it's the
it's
same
true.
thing that needs to be applied to business. You know, it's a whole team. Oprah Winfrey is not Oprah Winfrey by herself. There's a whole team
It's
behind
true.
her. So we
It's
really
very
need to
true.
have to come out of that, you know, oh, the baby. And then the thing is too, is like we have to be okay sometimes with that was good enough. That was great. You know, we go, there's room for improvement. A lot of times we don't want to, you know, take our hands off because we don't want to go through that improvement process. You want
Yes,
everything perfect. It's that perfection thing. You want everything perfect right now, you know, and that's not realistic.
it's highly unlikely.
Yeah. So, you know, so I get it. I get it. So what role do you think social media plays in fashion today?
Um, I think I think that it is a blessing, and I
Mm-hmm.
also think it's a curse at the same time. I do think it's a
Mm-hmm.
double-edged sword. And I
Yes.
say that because I don't want to say it almost kills individuality just a
Mm-hmm.
little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like a lot of the times people, you have your own sense of style to a certain extent, because
Mm-hmm.
now it's, I want to look like this,
Mm-hmm.
just like her, but be better. Like, kind of everybody looks the same. I feel like to a certain extent, social media is killing the beauty of what fashion is, the art of fashion. Like,
Mm-hmm.
everybody kind of looks the same, just a
Okay.
little bit. So I miss the the fresh surprise of opening up a Harper's Bazaar magazine and like, oh man, this is crazy.
Right.
You know, the art of it all. Like, how do
Yeah.
they do that? This is dope. You know,
Mm.
not to say that, you know, they didn't have drawbacks back then, but I think that social media it's a good thing, but it's also, if it's not done properly, or if it's, you know, if it's tainting your perception of who you are, and you feel like you have to completely alter yourself to look like this person, that person, and that person. mm,
Yeah. I
yeah,
get
I
you.
feel like it kind of washed fashion down a little bit, just a little bit.
Just a little
You don't
bit.
see too much individual styles. Like, you look on social media, you see one picture, you're like, all right, I've seen all of these.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I may not have the most popular opinion about social media and fashion right now, so
No, I mean,
I was just that.
these are all valid points. I mean, I kind of agree with you. And I'm not speaking from a place of a designer, but it's the truth. Like, you literally go down the timeline, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or wherever, and it's literally the same
Yeah.
outfits, the same look. The, you know, whether it's at one point, I think it was like the whole craze of everybody in peplum tops or whatever it was. That thing drove me
Yes.
nuts. I'm like, if I see one
Now,
more
don't get me
peplum
wrong.
top,
Like I said, everybody loves a trend, but what are
yeah,
you doing with the peplum that's different from what she's doing? Like, where's the
right.
individuality?
So
So it's
that
just
drove
like
me
the
crazy for
whole
a long
look
time.
that everyone is trying to portray is just like,
Yeah, yeah, you know, and you know, so that's the other thing too. Like you said, there's an art to fashion, and there is a level of individuality. You know, what makes fashion a huge component of it is the individuality. Like, how is your
yeah. And I feel
personality
like that's
coming
to
through, you
to
know, the
to a
clothes?
degree it's being lost a little bit. But
Yeah,
I will say I think that it is good for
marketing.
the small business of fashion. I don't know how because I'm not in the big spectrum
Right,
yet. I
right,
haven't gotten there yet. I will. So I don't know how it's affecting their dollar. Clearly, it's affecting them. A lot of major stores are closing down, as we can see, being hit by COVID,
right,
right? But in terms of like the small entrepreneur like myself, it is a blessing because it's marketing at a lower cost. So now
right.
for bigger brands, the competition is real. Like, what wasn't competition before? Like the little moms and pop stores who couldn't
Mm-hmm,
afford to be on the same playing field when it came to marketing and branding.
mm-hmm.
now the levels are a little are the same because we're all using social media as a tool. And for $100 budget, you can kick out so many Facebook ads, Instagram
Yeah.
ads. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Brand ambassadors galore. Because everybody, for the most part, some of these brands are giving out pieces for free. So
Right.
who doesn't love a free garment? You gonna give me a free garment to market your stuff? Then
Right. You take
so
some
I
pictures,
feel
put
like to
some
a certain
IG
extent, it
stories.
definitely does level the
Yeah.
playing field
Mhm.
in the business of fashion.
Mhm. I agree with that. That's true. Definitely, it's definitely beneficial to the small business owner. It is. Um. Okay. So, what was your biggest fear when going out and starting your own line? What was the biggest fear for you?
I think it's the common fear of everybody else: failure.
Okay, so my question
Failure
to you with this,
or
I'm gonna spin that one. Was it failure or was it success that you were fearful of?
um I was honestly being, if we're gonna be completely transparent, I would think it's a little bit of both. Because
Okay.
one, I was afraid to get out there and not be received by
Mm,
anyone. Like, dang,
mm.
maybe I was extra all my life for no reason at all. You know what I mean? Maybe everybody was right. So, that part, that's the failure part. Not necessarily
Right.
failure in the sense of my business didn't take off
Hmm.
or, whatever. People could sell salt to a slug. Something is going to make money. You understand what
Right.
I'm saying?
Hmm.
But for artists, anybody, I don't care what level or what sector of art you're in, most artists are very sensitive people.
Right.
So you saying that when an artist's work is rejected, that hurts their ego. They can act
Hmm.
like it don't, it hurts your ego because you feel like you're being rejected by
Right.
whomever your target audience is, right?
Hmm.
So one, it was that insecurity, that little girl in me, like, dang, for me, failure is if I put myself out there. Maybe when I was younger, everybody was right, girl, you just extra for no reason. That that's what it was. But in terms of success, there, even like I said, even now I still have to coach myself
Hmm.
and remind myself, you are worthy. Your gift is going to make rooms for you, more and more and more room for you. You are worthy of this, because a
Hmm.
lot of the times, and especially like people like myself, minorities, you come from a place of poverty almost.
Hmm.
So there is a mindset to where, and even though you know that there's greater out there, right? You
Hmm.
know it. You know that the world is huge and it's obtainable, but a part of you almost feels guilty for even having the idea to obtain it, because this is you're only used to a certain level, or if you haven't had the greatest support, you're uh like, even in the presentation, the fashion show that I'm in now, I was in a room full of amazing designers. And
Hmm.
because I'm still breaking on the scene, I was inspired, but I was still also intimidated, because it's
Hmm.
like, do I belong here? I know very well that I belong there, but it's like, am I in over my head just a little
Right.
bit? So
Hmm.
that fear of success, especially for people that have grown up in poverty or experienced some type of financial, you know what I mean, setback,
Hmm.
it's real. It's a real thing. But you
Hmm.
have to kind of coach yourself and find a ground underneath your feet and keep it pushing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's definitely hard. I like you said, I agree with that. It is both. A lot of times we think it's just fear of this or fear of that, but it's also fear of failure, but it's also fear of success for many people. A lot of times, because the thing is, we've seen many people get to the top, but the
And
real
crash.
test is, how are we gonna maintain this thing? Is this going to
Yep.
fall off as soon as I get to the top? That's always the
Yep.
thing. And I think people are never real about that part of the process.
It's true.
It doesn't stop because now you're at the top of the mountain. There's another side.
Like,
The
what's
reason why,
next? Do
for
I
me, it's
fall?
like
Is it
you get to the top
inevitable
of
that I
the
fall?
mountain, right? For me, it's like you get to the top of the mountain so you could see the other side that you now have to walk. You have to go and see what that whole other side is about. But we get so caught up in, I just want to get to the top. I got to get through this process. I got to get, I got to reach the top, that we forget that there's a whole nother side that we still have to, aspire to, that we still have, we have some things that we have to accomplish on that other side. And that's scary, like, okay, now that I got to the top now, so what am I going to do to stay relevant? And how important is that in your career, in your field, in fashion, is to stay relevant, whether you're creating designs that's of the trends, or, making your signature mark in the game. Like, how would you tell someone, who is looking to have longevity in fashion, how do you do that and stay relevant, in your opinion?
Well, I don't think in terms of staying relevant, I
Mm-hmm.
haven't been to the plateau of actually being extremely relevant. So that's not a topic that I can really kind of touch up on. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's clearly is there's a certain science to it. A part of being relevant is staying on top of the times, current
Right.
event, seeing what's trending. You have to know what's trending and
Mm-hmm.
see where your creativity takes from that. And as a creative, you kind of gain inspiration from just about anything. So, if you're mixing your creativity with the business itself, I feel like you'll figure out
Right.
longevity. Like, you know what I mean? Like Beyonce is a singer, but trill music is out at one point. You know, we had a rapping singer Beyonce. She made it work. You know what I mean? So once you find your space, you'll figure it out if
Right.
you want to stay relevant. As far as what
Mm-hmm.
is how important it is to me to stay relevant, um, of course I want my name, the brand itself, to be a legacy, one for my
Mm-hmm.
son, of course, for the community, for us as Black people, Black women, the minority people. I want us to have a brand that is for us, by us. You know, I don't owe
Right.
anybody anything. Like, that's what I want the legacy to be. Something that another Black young girl or young boy can be proud of. To say, like, no, I know her. She really started from the bottom. And if she
Mm-hmm.
can do it, I can do it. That type of thing. Um, okay, sorry about that. Is it good? Are we good? um, but as far as like constantly being in the eye kind of thing, it's cool. Who doesn't like it? But it's not top tier for me, to be honest. What's happening here?
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear you. I don't know what's
Mm-hmm.
happening here. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I can't hear you. My Wi-Fi is back up.
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you now.
So, um, no, yeah, yeah, I could still, I was hearing you, but you were like going slow motion, and
Oh, I don't know what
maybe
happened because my bars are all the way up.
me,
That's weird.
I'm not sure. Right. What is your work-life balance?
Tiff? Tiffany?
Hi everyone. Sorry about that. Little technical difficulties, but it's not going to rain on my parade. And this amazing with Ms. Rhonda. Okay. So the question I asked was, what is your work-life balance, self-care routine as a mom and a businesswoman?
Ooh, girl.
Yeah.
First of all, there is never a boring day, full of ups and downs. So, on a good day, right now I'm a little out of my routine, but my
Mhm.
regular routine would be getting up, let's say 6:30, getting a little workout in because sister girl's a little thick and I'm trying to get it together.
Mhm.
um, do a little meditation, clear my mind, showering, getting my son up when he's here,
Mhm.
to log in, to get himself ready to log in for remote. Then my coworker comes pick me up. I carpool to work. We're normally out the door about 8:30, 8:45. Then I'm working from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Headed
Mhm.
back home. I probably get home about 6:15. So by then, normally something is already out for me to cook. I'm home, doing a rundown, checking in with my son, seeing how his day was at school. Then I'm making dinner.
Mhm.
Hopefully a 30-minute one. If not, depending on what my son requests, because sometimes he's in a mood for a hefty meal. So that can take about 2 hours. And um working on Michelle Devine until I KO at about 11:30 at best, sometimes 10 o'clock.
Mhm.
In terms of self-care, showers, glasses of wine, and pedicures.
Okay. Interesting mix. Okay. Um, So the last question before we get into your segment with the tips and tricks and everything that you want to share with the audience, how do you uh, want women to feel when wearing your clothes?
Um, how do I want them to feel?
Yeah.
I want them to feel everything good. So when
Mm-hmm.
you see the garment and your mindset is, oh, I would look sexy in that. When you get that dress on or whatever the garment is,
Mm-hmm.
I want that to be your feeling and to the 10th power. I don't want you to, you know what I mean? I want you
Yeah.
to feel the sexy, but feel it like you've never felt it before. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? It'll exceed your expectation of sexiness. And a lot of the times, and it hasn't failed me yet, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime any person puts on my garments, I
Mm-hmm.
always get the same adjectives. I feel so powerful. I feel confident. I feel sexy. I feel like $1,000,000 all the time. And that
Mm-hmm.
has been the consensus straight through. So I
Okay.
want to keep that momentum. So like I said, if whatever initial thought that you had when you clicked on that buy, this is what I want right now, whatever feelings you thought you, all right, maybe I'm gonna be the best looking one in the office. When you put
Mm-hmm.
that garment on, when you go to the office, it needs to be times 10.
Yeah. So one viewer that's tuning in, hi Sister Stella, she asked a question. She said, "Did you watch any marketing videos before putting out your brand? What did you do to educate yourself? What tips do you give for those that want to start their own clothing line?"
So in terms of marketing, I watch a lot of, there's this guy, his name is Gary V.
Okay.
He
Yeah, I
does
know
like
Gary Vee
these
too.
podcasts. I love his podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Not only he's a marketing genius, but he's very inspirational.
Mm-hmm.
Also depending on your market. So when I was working at H&M, I was obsessed with numbers. Numbers. Yes.
Really?
I mean, as a visual merchandiser, you kind of have to be, because
Right.
it dictates what sell depending on the position. So it's the same thing with your brand. Before you start anything, and a lot of people do a lot of surveys. Surveys are good. Um, a lot of surveys before they actually purchase any garments or make anything.
Mm-hmm.
um that's why it's very important to know who your demographic is. You have
Mm-hmm.
to zero it down. Of course you want everybody to gravitate to your brand, but who exactly are you pinpointing? Who's the girl, who's the guy,
Mm-hmm.
how old are they? Like, you really have to get down to the nitty gritty. What do they do? What is their 9 to 5? Are they is it a family woman? Is it a jet setter woman? What is she wearing? Where is she going? What does she do on her downtime? You know, you
Mm-hmm.
have to get into those, you kind of have to get into the mind of your customer. So that way you can kind of, and then that way you get to see where they're shopping with, because now you have to compare, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
what you can do with what they're already doing. Not to say that you're going to be a copycat, but because the blueprint is there and it's already
Right.
working, you have to be able to extract from that and make it work for your brand. I hope
Mm-hmm.
that helps.
No, it definitely did. You know, like you said, the blueprint. Don't recreate the wheel. So many people get caught up in, oh, I want to be the first, but it's already there. A lot of times, what we just need to do is just, segment, differentiate by improving the process, whatever's out there. You're going to always bring yourself to the whole piece, to the whole process, into the project or the product or the service. But we sometimes get too caught up in, oh, I want to be first. I want to. Sometimes it just the blueprint. Hello, someone has
And you
done
know
it
what?
before
And
you.
also, you're going, here's the thing that no one else is going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you. You're going to miss the mark.
You're going to,
You're
yeah,
going to miss the mark.
yeah.
But you'll learn it. Even
Mm-hmm.
with all your research, you'll learn the curves. You'll learn what's working. Because just say, like, if J. Crew is your competitor, this is
Mm-hmm.
someone that you're modeling your business after. Because it works for J. Crew, um, everything they do is not going to work for your brand. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What does the old people say? It's an old saying: "Eat the meat and throw away the bone." So you take what's valuable for you,
Mm-hmm.
and then you apply and make it personalized. That way, you're taking what's already working, but now you're making it yours. So now you still are able to say, "Hey, I was the first one to do it this way," because
Right.
now it's for your baby, it's for your brand. It's like parenting guides.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know every child is different. No child on this earth is the same. A parenting
Tell
book is
somebody.
just that. It's a book. It's a guide. But
Right.
there's some things that work in there. So it's just
Absolutely.
like that.
Right. So another question someone asks, hi Sister Donica, what about marketing a brand? How do you go about getting a brand trademark? Because I believe you have a trademark.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
So for me, I kind of did everything on my own, and it was very hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. So if you already have like your what do you call your employee ID number, you have to get that first before you
Mm-hmm.
can even apply for a trademark, because they have to see that you're in business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So after you've done all of that, if you have your logo and your name, you get that trademark, and it's a whole process. You can go to sba.gov. That's where you go to get your EIE number, your employee ID number. And then I
Right.
went through LegalZoom to start my
Okay.
trademarking and copywriting. Um, you
How
can get
long
a
was the
lawyer.
process?
I
How
did.
long was mm-hmm.
Hmm.
How long was the process to actually wait for the trademark to go through?
I about 9 months.
Oh wow. That's like a
But
whole year.
again, they also, because I did everything because I did everything myself, it may have taken, it may be shorter.
Yeah, because
And because
I know
I
some people
have,
who've done it too. Yeah, yeah.
my brand is this, my logo is distinctive, but it's also two letters that have always already been used before. So I
Oh,
had
okay.
to make sure it's stylized a certain way
Mm-hmm.
and all of that good jazz. But
Okay.
it takes a long time, but it's worth it. So don't skip over that. I know a lot of companies and brands, especially in small businesses, that skip over that. It's a headache, but it protects your brand. Do not, I'm going to repeat it again, do not skip over that. Get it done, get
Mm,
it out the way. If you have to hire a lawyer, go for it, give it all you got. But if you're book smart and you can comprehend well, not to say you can't comprehend well, some people just
right.
don't do well with those type of things,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you can do it yourself. You know, if I can do it, you can do it. But if you do need a lawyer, just be careful, because a lot of people will try to poach you for thousands of dollars when it
Yes,
doesn't have to be that much either.
right. No, I agree with you. Absolutely. I've seen what some of these trademark attorneys make, and I'm like, I know people who have done
It's
it for
insane.
themselves.
It's
It's insane.
insane.
And of course, not that I'm getting any payment for this, but I mean, if you need any attorney for your business needs, go to legalshield.com, people. Like, come on now. Like even for you, like eventually whenever you're comfortable, whenever
I
you're ready
think
to
the
do that.
website to the, I'm sorry, is, I think it's USPTO. I think I'm saying it right. I think
Yeah,
that's a
there's,
website
there's a couple of
to start filing your trademark. I think that's what it is. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Sorry, y'all.
no, it's fine.
But it's
Another
United
Adonica
Post
asked again.
Trademarking Organization or something like
Yeah,
that.
there's a whole bunch
I'll
of them out there,
get
but
that
I
for you.
know like if you're someone who is, you have the budget, and something that's not crazy expensive, like these trademark attorneys out here in these streets, go
They will
for
charge you a lot of money.
because they have amazing plans, monthly plans that's really affordable, especially, if you have your 9 to 5 or you're making income from your business already, go that route. It would get done a lot faster, and you would have someone who could represent you not only for the trademark but for many other legal things
Yes.
personally and also for your business. So another question that someone asked was, how do you go about the process of using quotes that are copyrighted, like quotes?
Um. Whoa. Quote. Honestly, I don't want to give you false information because I haven't used a quote that is copywritten, but I do believe you have to. There's certain permissions that you have to have, so you do not get sued for infringement.
Right,
You don't
infringements.
want that.
Right. Right.
But again, I don't use too many quotes. Because I can only speak from a brand that I have a copywritten piece. Like my Michelle Divine Goddess graphic, the illustration itself is copywritten. So
Mhm.
no one can take that. They would have to come to me first, and we would
Right.
have to have a signed agreement. So I'm assuming you would have to find whoever the lawyer or the business organization and get a written consent to
Okay.
probably use it. Or again, I would say go to your lawyer if you have one to see exactly the truth is what that is about that, because I don't want to
Yeah.
put you in the
Absolutely.
wrong.
Absolutely. So to quickly get in the segment, because I know you soon have to go and get
Yes, I'm
back to
surprised that I have so many
Monday.
questions.
No, no, no. I mean, I wanted the audience is asking some quite amazing questions, which I'm so grateful that they're here. They stayed with us even with all the tech issues that we had just a while ago, but I'm grateful that they're still here with us. So let's hop into your tricks, tips, and trends for 2021, and how should we be looking on camera for video content, whether it be you're working remotely with your colleagues, because a lot of people are working from home right now due to COVID, and those like ourselves that are creatives, that are vloggers, YouTubers, TikTokers, how should we be looking in different, lighting? What's some good colors to use now?
So,
Seasonal, go into all
well,
that.
I don't have the luxury from working from home outside of working for Michelle Devine. So I'm
Right.
not usually on the Zoom meetings a lot.
Okay.
But one, get a ring lighting, right? And if you can't get a ring lighting, I would say natural lighting is best. So if you can find a window
Mm-hmm.
set up where you're gonna record, maybe your laptop, maybe your phone, if you have a tripod, natural lighting is the best lighting. There is
Mm-hmm.
no better lighting than natural lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if you must use a ring light, I have warmer undertones, so I try to go for like the more like the yellow lights. Blue lights and ultralights are very harsh on me. Like it
Mm-hmm.
washes me out. Like I almost look pale, sickly. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, because I have on a red lip, like right now I have on like a regular light right now, and it's not
Mm-hmm.
as bright, but because I have so much going on in the back, it kind of balances it out.
Right.
But the great thing about ring lights is if you're not too sure, even with the tips that you're getting, you can
Mm-hmm.
always play with the settings and see, because it also depends on what you're wearing that day.
Right.
Um, you can also play with the settings and see which one looks best for you. But
Mm-hmm.
I love natural lighting. It's always the best option.
Mm-hmm.
And sunlight boosts your energy anyway, right?
Right.
So if you don't have a ring light, find a spot in your home where there's a window and you have open up your window and get your natural sunlight in. If
Mm-hmm.
not, the ring light, like I said, is perfectly fine. So if you're like myself and you have more warm undertones, I would do like a yellow light. But if you have to do a white light, do like the softer channel of it.
Okay.
In terms of what to wear,
Yeah.
get dressed. Cause some like
Really
I don't know.
get dressed.
This is what I tell my
I
son,
hope
because my
so.
son is very ma. I'm at home. Get dressed. One, not only for appearance purposes, but it puts you, because we've all altered our way of life, especially with COVID. It alters your mood. It puts you in a position to work. You're up. You're dressed. Now you're in the mindset that you're doing something. Because if
Mm-hmm.
you're in your pajamas,
Absolutely.
no go. Do your hair. Get
Yeah.
dressed, do your hair. Um, as far as necklines, I would do scoop necklines because you don't want too much going on in your neck and you look like this on screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So not a plunging deep V-neck. This is a listen. I'm not judging nobody. If that's how you want to get your raise, go for it and give it all you got. But a cute little deep V-neck. I would always do like a statement piece. That's my jam. I love a good statement necklace. Um, Keep it professional. Do a little, natural beat. You don't have to do too much.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that your background is clean.
Yes.
Clean background. Even if the kids is all over the place, if you gotta push it out your way, make sure everything is clear. Because you don't
Mm-hmm.
want to be in a meeting and behind you looks crazy.
Mm-hmm.
No, no bueno. And if you can, here's what is this tip number what? What are we on? Because I just named a bunch of stuff. But whatever.
Yeah.
Find a quiet place. If
Please.
if
Yeah.
you have the ability, hey, mommy, daddy, sister, brother, I'm doing the Zoom meeting today. Please stay out of my area. The last thing you want is a whole bunch of traffic going back and
Right.
forth. So
Right.
those are the tips that I would give in terms of doing working from home.
Okay. So
Get
what
dressed.
about the
Get
trends
fully
for like
dressed
going
too. Cause
into
what if you
2021?
have to get up and go to the bathroom and you ain't got on the bottoms? Some of y'all are getting half dressed. Make it make sense. Okay.
That is true. So what about the trends for 2021? What are you starting to hear for spring
Um,
2021?
ugh. Right now, if you go into the stores and see a bunch of the trends for 2021s, we're dealing with a lot of pastels, soft palettes.
Okay.
Violet is I'm not listen, purple is my favorite color, but purple has
Mhm.
it trended through the winter season. Now it's transitioning all over to 2021. So
Mhm.
purple seems to be the it color for this running season into the new year, but they're softening it up to a violet color. A lot of plush fabrics, monotones are in. They're doing a lot of the muted look is very like beige, beige on beige, camel on camel, and leather. Leather is everywhere. And dare I say, Michelle Devine was ahead of the curve, baby. With
Yes, you
that
are.
capsule collection, yes, leather galore, honey. But definitely leathers, violets, like pastel colors, almost like a yogurty type of pastel, not like pale. It has it gives you the sense of yogurt. I don't know why. When I saw these, I thought of yogurt and sorbet. I don't know why, but it looks very like that. And soft texture fabric seems to be the trends these days.
Okay.
I don't know. Michelle Devine might do something different.
We
I'm
know.
joking. I'm joking. We just might.
So,
I don't know.
last question for you before I let you go. So where can people like? Do you have any deals and sales and things going on for the
So
holidays?
because I'm trying to make more room for new inventory and new collections, we are still running our Black Friday deal, which is 65% off a lot of the ready to wear garments. So
Mm,
if you go log in now, it's still 65% off of, like I said, even this dress behind me. So if you're still trying to get you a holiday look, darling, because people listen, the people are getting dressed up to sit on their couches. And
I'm
honestly, I'm
telling you.
here for it. I'm not mad at it because I might be the girl with a fluke and a good old gown in my living room, honey. And I might be in this jammy right here too. um, what was I saying? Yes, 65% off.
Mhm.
And I'm going to be doing a raffle soon. So if you're not following me on Facebook, make sure you follow me on Facebook on Michelle Devine Boutique and Instagram _Michelle Devine Boutique _. I will be doing a raffle for a $200 gift card, but you have to follow me. You have to follow me in order to see
Oh,
the rules so you can get this $200 gift card.
that's
Okay, so
awesome.
65% off, and one lucky person will be getting a $200 gift card.
I know that's right.
To
Did you
spend
guys
at
hear that?
Michelle
So you
Devine,
gotta
and
follow
you
her on
you can get you some
Facebook,
good
on
stuff now
Instagram.
for $200.
Yes. So they definitely got to follow you on Facebook and Instagram. Go to the website. The website will link you to all the social media, correct?
Yes, yes, it will.
Awesome. So it's michelledevineboutique.com. And we'll put her website in the comments after the live is done. And for those that are catching the replay. So it's been great. It's been a lot of fun. I would definitely have you back on the show. Send me those pictures of what
Uh-oh.
I'll wear. I was curious what you're gonna be wearing. Are you doing any, Zoom calls or WhatsApp video calls with family that's far away that
So
you can
tomorrow, I clearly lately I've been a hot commodity. Not me, Michelle Devine has been.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to be doing a holiday crawl tomorrow. It's almost like QVC style selling.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I'll be doing that tomorrow. Next week, is it next week? Yes, next week, December 19th, I will be presenting in the Black Excellence in fashion show in Brooklyn, December 19th. So if you are following me, you can DM me if you're interested in going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have quite a few things lined up.
You gotta share all that information in the comments after the live and let the people know where to look for you, where to find you.
Yes.
Definitely share the website, but feel free to share all that info on my page. I'm here to promote,
For sure.
always. But I thank you, Rhonda. It's been great. I've had a blast.
Thank you for having me, and thank you guys for your questions. I felt so like, oh my gosh, I'm helping somebody.
Yes, so we love you. We thank you and keep pushing, keep going. And I can't wait to see you on the big magazines, the Vogues, the Elle.
Girl, I am praying.
Come on. It's gonna happen. So thank you. And we'll see you next time. But I'm gonna take a quick break and then I'll quickly come back. John, music, please.
Bye.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us despite the technical difficulty. It was a great interview with Rhonda Franks. Once again, check out Michelle Divine Boutique, MichelleDivineBoutique.com. We will leave the information in the comments for you. For those who want to follow her, you don't want to miss out on that $200 gift that she has going on, that prize that she has going on. She has some great ready-to-wear garment pieces. She's up and coming, but I really know that she's going to make it big time very, very quickly. I really believe in her work, and I just love her personality and her humility. So it was great having her on. But before I get off of here myself, I wanted to just quickly share with you the contest that we have going on at AugmentedSpaceCo.com. If you could bring that up on the screen. Yes, so we have our contest going on as well. So what we're asking you to do is to send us photos of your workstations, whether it be at home, in your work office, wherever you're working from, maybe a business center, for those who need a quieter space outside of their homes because of family. But definitely send in your pictures of your workstations, your home office, wherever you're conducting your business from. So we want to see the interiors, what flowers you have on your desk, the vases, the flowers, little, decorations, decor that you have on your desk apart from your laptop, your LED, your ring lights, things of that nature. We want to see what you're working with. What do you use on a daily basis to conduct your business? Especially from those who do vlogging and create video content. We are really interested to see what you have going on. And those with the best, the speakers and myself, we will select the top 2 to get Cash App money. So that will be the prize. There will be a first place and a second place. So look out for this. I will be reposting this very same flyer that you're looking at right now. But this is the contest. And you have to watch all the series. You have to like the Facebook page, the Facebook business page of Mental Space Co. You have to also like the YouTube channel, which I posted the link today on my personal page. And we also have an Instagram page. So you have to like, follow, share the lives, comment, send in your questions, tag people, really support us. We are here to help everyone. I'm trying my best to make sure that I dig deep. I dig deep with the speakers, that they'll share all the juicy information, all the gems that you need to take your business and your online experience to the next level. And sharing is caring. For me, it's all about collaboration and partnership versus, competition. We need to get to a place where we are teaching one each, teach one another, right? So that's the whole point of this show. is inspiration, is to give you great tools, resources where you can find out, where you can go find what you need to take your business to the next level, especially those who want to, create video content, create online content for their audiences. So I thank you for your time. You will see me again, I believe it's the 10th, with Miss Yvonne Williams going over her fashion collection, 320 collection. I'm very excited for that, a Cali girl. I know Yvonne for some time. She's another beautiful person, very humble, very sweet, and she's about her business. So she's doing some amazing things, and she has an amazing background in business as well. So look out for that. Same time, 8 p.m. And just keep us, just keep supporting us, and we will continue to improve. This is our growing stages, and we are loving the process. It's a process. And I just thank you for supporting me. I thank you for being here. And one other thing, I always have to remind people, make sure that you are taking care of yourselves, that you're making time for self-care, for family, time to unwind, get off of social media, just take time for yourself and really reflect. The year is about to end. 2020 is about to end. This is really a time where we should be praying, being introspective with ourselves, reflecting on things, what we want to improve on, get ready for your vision, for those, if you have any vision board parties going on, please let me know. I would love to promote those as well. Vision board parties are very important. People need that. It's very inspirational, and it gives you a mindset to really go after your goals with vision boards. So that's it. That's a wrap. And I just want to say thanks once again for joining me. It's been great, and you will see me next time. Good night.